appreciate it.
Well,
Okay,
thank you.
so we're here again to talk about your book, How to Find a Girlfriend. Now, you've had such a fascinating career in both dentistry and writing. So, can you
Mm-hmm.
tell us a little about your journey from being a dentist to becoming an author? And what inspired you to write for children? Was it your own children?
Yeah. Well, thank you again. Let's say my journey from dentistry to writing has been quite an adventure. So, as a dentist, I was always passionate about helping people, especially children, because the majority of my patients are the children. So them feeling comfortable at my office. So I kind of started talking with them, and that was actually the main point for me to start something to write, because sometimes usually at the beginning I was like uh, um, um, uh, making up sometimes stories to relax the patients. So that was my first entering in this storytelling. So I kind of find myself, like I said, working with young patient, explaining them the things that in the way they could understand, actually sparked my interest in writing for the children. So the turning point was actually when I became a parent myself. So starting by reading for my own children, seeing how the books triggered their imagination and made me actually want to create stories that could entertain and actually empower young readers and my children as well. So that was actually the beginning of my journey.
Oh, okay. That sounds amazing. Now, you've already published a children's poem book and a song performed by your son. How does your writing for children resonate with your personality?
Well, writing for children resonates deeply with me on both personal and emotional level. So, as a mother, I always have been captivated by the way that children see the world, their curiosity, imagination, and how they express or don't express their emotions. So, writing for them actually allowed me to tap into the sense of wonder and create stories or poems that speak to their hearts. So, and also to their mind. So, it's like incredibly rewarding for me to know that my words can actually inspire young readers, inspire the joy, and maybe the inspire the creativity. They can actually trigger them maybe to write something as well. So, and my children's poem book. And the song before my son are particularly special to me because they came from the place of love and connection with my children, and connection with my family. So seeing my son bring the song to life, let's say, added that extra layer of meaning. So and it became a creative that collaboration between us. So writing for children allows me to contribute something meaningful, meaning not only to my own kids but also to the young readers who will probably and hopefully find my book interesting enough to read and to
Right.
continue follow my path. Let's say,
Yeah, it's hard to find something that children are going to resonate with and
yeah,
try to
it's really,
inspire
yeah,
them.
yeah.
Now, your new book touches on important themes like friendship, first love, and family. Can you share us the inspiration behind this particular story?
Yeah, the inspiration for the book "How to Find a Girlfriend" came from observing that the journey that so many children and that preteens go through as they start to navigate their own path of life. They start to navigate actually the experience of with friendship, the first friendship, the first love, that family dynamics. So this early relationship, whether friendship or first crush, is an important part of growing up. So we all been through. So I wanted to create a story that felt relatable to them, but also lighthearted and also meaningful for kids. They're going through this experience. So I was also inspired by my own experience as a parent. So watching my children and my and also the friends of my children, how they go through that phase of their growing up and figure out how to express their emotions, develop their relationship, understand what it means in the beginning. So, what it means to care for somebody, and realize, and made me realize how important it is for kids to have that positive examples of this theme in the story. So, I kind of through the book, I wanted to highlight the friendship, and also the kindness and understanding and respecting others. So that's really, really important. So that for me, that's fundamental, not just in the relationship, but also in the love, in the
Okay.
life.
Now, what makes it unique for children and their parents?
Mm-hmm. Well, the book How to Find a Girlfriend, I would say it stands out because it takes that fun, approachable look at the themes like friendship, first crushes, and family, making it, like I said, relatable for both children and the parents. What makes it unique is that it doesn't just focus on the idea of getting the first love and getting that crush, but also highlights this broader, more important concept of building meaningful and yet thought relationship, and then the understanding of the emotions, and also how to be kind and respectful person. So it's like I would say it's playful way that you will explore what it means to care for others, presented in the way that young readers can easily connect to. So for the parents, I would say the book provides a wonderful opportunity to open up about the conversation with their children about that relationship, about the feelings, about the growing up, and it kind of offers, I would say, a small guidance in the navigation. Like navigating those sometimes tricky topics, I would say, in the but highlighting in the more comfortable way for a child to understand, and it will make them not just a story but also tool for family discussion. So I would say the key message I kind of hope young readers will take away is that relationship, whether they are a friendship or that first crushes, first love, are built on kindness, honesty, and respect. And it's okay to feel nervous, and it's okay to feel uncertain, but being true to yourself, actually, and treating others with respect and with care is what matters the most. So I kind of hope that that would be the idea that the parents and the child, by reading it, will get the idea that I was hoping to put everything in that story.
Now, what message do you hope that young readers will take away from this particular book?
Well, what message? I would say, like I said before, the importance of this book for it's like parents have to share with the children uh, about that, opening up the door, that meaningful conversation about the relationship, emotions, and that all the phase of growing up in the way that's accessible and enjoyable for young readers. So the message is, it's okay to be uncertain. It's okay to feel scared. It's okay, let's say, to be scared, but you have to find the way. How don't take it too much inside. You have to find a way how to express yourself through the friendship, through the love, through all the family bonds. I would say this book is like one big circle that actually it provides that the gentle, relatable framework for let's say discussing like topics like friendship, crushes, family bonds, and which sometimes can be very difficult for kids growing up because they're really difficult for them to navigate their own path and how to express themselves. Like I said, by reading them together, it doesn't matter if a parent would read to the child or a guardian, or they will read separate ways, and then it's important to discuss later on what they read, how do they feel, what they feel maybe the main character will do, what will you do differently, do you have the
Right.
similar. So it will step by step, if we start this interaction, that actually it's really, really important in today's world.
Now, so the relationships in the book play a very big role in shaping the characters' experiences. How do
Mhm.
you think children will relate to the characters, and why is it important for them to learn about different forms of love and friendship?
Okay, I would say, okay, first of all, like I said, the whole journey of our life, of journey of from us, let's say, if we are back in that shoes, and we would say, okay, I know how to do some certain things. We all been in shoes, but we have to understand that our children are the beginning of their life, or their journey of life. We are there
Right.
just to be the wind of their on their back, just to help them guide. Like I said, today world is really. different in a sense. We are always in a hurry by working and everything. We don't have actually quality time to what we spend with our children. Okay, we are together. Okay, we take holidays and everything, but when we take back and ask ourselves, did we really spend the quality time? Like, did we talk to children? Do we know how he feels or how she feels, what he's going through? Actually, we don't know that much. So the whole book, the whole concept of the book is just a little bit guidance for you to start to
Right.
know your child from the beginning and help them and help yourself just to go through that. It doesn't have to be relationship in sense the crushes, but it has to be them how to develop themselves as a person. I think that's the crucial part of the whole book.
Okay, so that would explain how the elements of romantic love and family bonds and friendship help children understand relationships as they grow.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Okay. Now, why do you think this book is important for parents to share it with their children?
It's very important. Like I want to say because. Like I said, it takes that fun way, that approachable way for friendship, for crushes, for family bonds, and everything. So it's more relatable for children and their parents. So the parents will provide the book will provide the opportunity when you open up for the conversation. So sometimes as a parent, we think we know our child the best, and probably most of the
Right.
time that is the truth. But we actually do not know, because especially in these days, especially with the preteens, we do not know how to start that conversation, because the first thing, okay, don't bother me. They will go in the room and
Right.
be in their own space. So let's start with something simple. Maybe this will be the trigger when you open up, when you read a book, you will feel that bond that the child has with the mother in that book. So you will have these little butterflies maybe in the stomach, and
Yeah.
something that I mean, we are humans, and doesn't matter how angry we are, how happy we are. We do feel, even though we cover ourselves with all this mask, but we do feel. So I think that the idea is you have to have some emotions after reading it, and you have to start talking, and maybe that will be the key moment for the parent who doesn't know how to approach for their children to approach and start conversation about this or something similar or something totally different. It's important just to start conversation. We have to respect them. They're human beings. It's important also to see them as they grow. It doesn't matter they're 10, 15, 9. Let's start. We talk about like grown-ups. So we have to give them some space and some respect, but also we have
Right.
to interfere every now and then and to guide
Yeah.
them through life.
We can't leave them to their own devices all the time.
Yeah, yeah,
Now,
that's
are
true.
there specific lessons parents can expect their children to be able to learn from reading this book?
Well, lessons, like I said before, it would be the key message of the book by itself. What I hope the young readers will take away, that relationship doesn't matter. Is it a family relationship, friendship, first crushes? It's important to take the specific note. That is means the kindness, the honesty, respect, a
Yeah.
value for the other people, as that's important. And everything else, like the dice, it will connect by itself. So that is most important, the key. And I say it's okay to be nervous. It's okay to be uncertain. It's okay. It's okay to feel like that angry. I did feel angry at your age. Doesn't matter if you okay yell. We're gonna yell together. Okay. Well, let's do everything together. But the key note, the key that I want to pass through this book is that honesty and respect to yourself and to others, and the kindness. If you give kindness, you will give back the kindness. So that's the most important message that I was hoping to gain through this book.
Okay. Now, in a world where relationships are becoming more complex, how do you think this book helps children navigate these feelings and emotions, especially when it comes to friendships and early expressions of love?
hmm Well, like I said, it's really important to connect. Today, everything is about connection. Doesn't matter. I'm not talking about the business connection, even though that's important in today's world. But it's really important
Yeah.
to connect in emotional level. So when do we connect? Doesn't matter if we connect in a business environment, family environment, friendship environment. Without that emotional connection, we are actually if you do have, I want to say, if you do have that enough emotional connection, we are aimed to succeed. Doesn't matter in the business way or in the friendship or love way, we will succeed. We have to open up, but open up enough to accept other people. If we are every time scared that somebody will hurt us, it will hurt us, then it's important do not close your heart, do not close yourself in that around the world that will prevent you to grow, to build yourself. And it's important always to find somebody. If it, in the moment, if it's not the parent, if even I do prefer the parents to talk to, if it's not the
Right.
parent, the friend, the grandparents, or some guardian, or a school teacher, everybody, it's important just to open up. Because one time when you find that key to open the child, and when he opens up, it will stay open. Or barely if
Okay.
he close. So the trust, the building the bond, the trust, and the relationships are actually the key message, the key point in this story.
Now, how can your book help children build emotional intelligence and better understand their feelings, especially when it comes to forming strong connections with others?
Yeah, it's because I would say. Let's say the how to find a girlfriend. The book is itself touches like that important themes, like you said before, the friendship, first love, and the family as well. So it's important, and because on the young age we teach our children about the bonds, about the relationship. At the beginning,
Right.
it's working with the family, maybe with the siblings, with somebody, with a pet, or sometimes with a toy. So that's the and we have to provide safe security, safe, let's say, home for them. So when do they have when they do have that feeling of safeness, I would say, around themselves, I think everything else will come along. So the book actually helps for those children who are actually a little bit close. Let's say close to world. They're really at the moment they're too. I want to say too much difficult of expressing themselves, and a kind of step that phase. I think that will help in that early relationships. Doesn't matter if it's a friendship or the first clashes or family. It's everything that is important for us to grow up and to develop ourselves as a human being. So kind of this story, what was it, created as that relatable and meaningful for kids. Just let's say that experience that you go through, you're not alone.
Right.
Everybody else felt the same way. So don't be shy, don't be everything. So there's a bunch of us that feel the same way. So it's important to set important but to feel their experience and to guide them through experience. So I mean, it's never ending story about the children, about
Yeah.
the family. There is no formula that I would say this is the exact formula, this will save the world. But if it touches two children, two child, three, I think we kind of on the success road. I think it's a lot. So it's just the beginning of the road. But we have to be open minded and let ourselves feel.
Now, how do you see this book fitting into a child's reading journey? Is it more of a learning tool, or do you see it as something that's just meant to be fun and heartwarming?
Yeah, yeah. The book that I see, How to Find a Girlfriend, fitting seamlessly into the child's reading journey as both as learning and as a fun reading material. So I would say it kind of balances the valuable that life lessons with that engaging narrative that captures young readers' imagination. So as a learning tool, also the book provides that the sensational insights into emotions and the friendship and the early experience of love. Also it encourages children to reflect to their feelings and offers like I would say, the guidance, how to navigate it, that social dynamics that's always surround us, and make it kind of a helpful resource for understanding that the relationship in more relatable way, more the, let's say, the level of the child that could understand. That's why the book
Yeah.
is written in that easy way. But also at the same time, the story designed to be enjoyable and entertaining as well. So with that relatable characters and that really funny situations, also it invites laughter and joy in making readers. Let's say delightful experience. That's what I was aiming for. So the engaging storytelling allows kids to connect with the characters as well, and the journey of the characters they're going through, and that's actually the most important thing that I was aiming to. So the book serves, I would say, the both purposes. It educates and also entertains, and making it a valuable addition to the child's reading material. So it kind of helps to nurture that emotional intelligence that the child goes through, and ensuring
Right.
that children have a fun and memorable experience as they enter the world of relationships. I would say like that. Yeah.
Now, you've written a book that speaks to both children and parents. What do you think the lasting impact How to Find a Girlfriend will have on families who actually read it together?
Yeah, like I said, I would say that the book has a big impact on both. So on the children's level, like I said before, it will show that they're not alone. They actually have somebody else who goes through the same thing, because probably some of the readers will go through the same thing, and the main characters on the book. For the parents, it provides, like I said before, this opportunity to open about the conversation with the children about the relationship and the feelings about all this growing up, and it offers that guidance that we actually, when we are young, we eager to somebody to guide us, but in the way we do understand. So it's not by yelling, it's not by something. So that's the important thing I said. And then actually open up about 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 with mother and with the child, with the tricky
Yeah.
topics about but also in the comfortable way, so the children is comfortable in their room or something. It's not making them embarrassed or making it less important. So I
Yeah.
wouldn't say it's not only just a story, but it's a tool for that family discussion. So I want readers to understand that love and connection come in many forms, and they're all valuable, as long as they're rooted in that empathy and respect for others.
Yeah. So it's a bit of both. It's a
Yeah,
learning tool
yeah,
as well as entertainment. Okay.
yeah.
Now, do you have any future projects? Are there any more children's books on the horizon?
Oh well, yeah. I'm always something. My mind is always working. So I kind of started with this one, but since I had a really great time by with writing that, because it included my children, talking with them, and the whole process. So I definitely won't stop on this one. So I kind of do have something in my mind. So I probably you will see future of me as well with
Okay.
the new books for children.
Now, besides writing, you're also involved in innovative dental projects. Can you tell us how you find creativity in both your professional and writing life?
Yeah, but it's like I said, it's all connected. We'll go back because as a dentist, like I said, I work with people. I work with all sorts of people, the grown-ups, the little ones, and everything. So about and what did they do when they come to the chair? They actually we do not just work that they tell the story. So it all began when they started telling the story, and then we hear all the paths and all the relationships and everything that they're going through from the grown-ups, also for the child. So it's that is actually the way the old story should be. It should be like, tell me. You have to be on the level that people can really relate to. Okay, so and
Yeah.
then for me it's important all the children book, especially with the children, to have some point afterwards. So you will bring it in your heart, in your soul, something from that book. You can say, okay, it's like not being alone, because the important things today, children, okay, we are surrounded, also the grown-ups, we are surrounded with a lot of people all the
Right.
time, but actually sometimes, as much as we're surrounded, we do feel alone. So it's important to start with something. I hoping this will be the starting point for you not to feel alone, because you are not alone.
Yeah.
and that sparks, that little spark in your, let's say, in your soul, you will start to open up. It will not happen tomorrow, immediately after you finish the book, but it
Yeah.
will happen because it will stay something, because it's really enjoyable. Because, like I said, I wrote it, but I like to reading with my. I still reading the same book to my children once in a while because we like talk about it. So more, actually, this book. When it's read more and more time, it's always, if something, you find something else to talk about it. So it's not just the first scratch, but you will keep talking, maybe keep talking about the book, about some other relationships, some other
Yeah.
situations, some other. So that is really, really important for the books, how they impact on us, and they have to stay that impact in us.
Yeah. Now, finally, what advice would you give to parents who want to introduce books like How to Find a Girlfriend to their children?
So, my advice to parents looking to introduce the book "How to Find the Girlfriend" to their children is to approach reading as a shared experience. Like I said, okay, so you can start by reading together, allowing the story to kind of spark that conversation about the themes and emotions they appear in the book, and that arise. Ask. I like open-ended questions about it, about the characters and that situation, that encourage your child to express their thoughts and feelings. So this book not only depends. When we say not depend, it not only deepens their relationship of the story, but also helps that connect in that with their own experience. Because okay, I kind of we said okay, we read it, but hi mom, I kind of have some similar, maybe not the same, but similar. So that is actually the aim with that is actually what we are aiming for in this book. So additionally,
Yeah.
it kind of creates that cozy reading routine that we actually that is misses in these days, that makes story time actually special, because we have to find that again spark about storytelling. So
Right.
today's kids, everything about the internet, the games and everything, and reading material is only when the school gives them reading material. So we have to spark again, because when they enter to the character and enter the character, when they find, their imagination start to play around their head, I want to say, it
Right.
will create that special moment that we are all aiming for. So whether so it's important, whether you're struggle in the during the bedtime, or you put some aside time on during the weekends. So you have to establish these regular reading habits,
Yeah.
but for love about the books and about storytelling. So finally, you have to be open about discussing the lessons within the book, such as, like I said, kindness, empathy, and the complexities about the relationship. So you have to encourage your child to think critically about the character. So that is important. Just don't be superficial. Talk about it and see what would you do differently if you were
Right.
him or her. That's important. When they start thinking, they will open up and they will make their own story. So that's the important
That is
part.
that's an important thing to know. So we do appreciate your time. I'm Kathleen Hall with Hillshire Media, and we've been talking to Daniela Komljenovich,
Yes, Komljenovich.
Komljenovich, Komljenovich Blitva, talking about how to find a girlfriend. And thank you so much for your time. And I appreciate you doing this again with us. And we look forward to seeing your next book. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you all, Social Media. Thank you very much for having me here.
Have a great day. Bye bye.
You too as well. Bye bye. See you.